Welcome to Diamond Light Tarot. I'm happy to join this community of spirit communicators, and I've been very surprised by the readings that I've done. I've had two very specific readings. The one for Gemini is about domestic violence and abuse, and the one for Aries is about addictions. So if you know of anyone that is struggling with those issues, you could suggest to them that they could look at those readings also. They're not only for Gemini or Aries, because people all over the world are, affected by those struggles. And so I think maybe these readings turned out this way because Spirit knows that I have an expertise in those areas. I have 22 years of experience in the field of mental health, and so I have, a vast amount of experience, and so perhaps, this is why the readings have turned out this way, is because I'm able to help with those issues. And so also, on my website you can find my services for psychotherapy, and also my tarot services, of course, and also I'm a reconnection practitioner, so you can also order services for energy healing, which is chakra balancing, chakra cleansing. And so specifically the type of psychotherapy that I do, I work with people with depression, anxiety, addictions, such as drugs, alcohol, eating disorders, gambling, sex addiction, love addiction, those types of things. And what else? I'm also offering a contest, since I'm new here. If you would like to subscribe, I will be having a draw May 30th for a free service. You can choose from one of my 3 services, either psychotherapy, energy healing, or the tarot. And so I'll be giving away a free service May 30th for my subscribers. So thank you for joining me once again, and on to the reading. Hello, Gemini. We're going to start first with your spirit reading for May 2016. This is a direct channel reading, and right now I'm going to begin bringing in reconnection frequencies. I'm a reconnection practitioner, and these are higher dimensional frequencies that I'm bringing in to your reading, connecting with Spirit now. And Spirit is asking that if you like Gemini, you could also create your sacred space, light a candle, light some incense if you like, and connect with your own spirit guides. And it's very easy to do. It's the easiest meditation to do. You can just imagine a spirit being, or a spirit animal. It doesn't have to be a spirit wise being, figure, or ascended master such as Jesus, Buddha, Mary, Saint Germain, Archangel Michael. There are many. So just connect with the one that you're drawn to, and just become one with their energy, and just allow yourself to stay in that space. And following the tarot reading, once I'm finished, if you have more questions to ask, you can ask your spirit being, and they will give you an answer. And if you don't receive the answer today, then it will come in the following days. So I'm connecting now. I'm going to begin the spirit reading. Beloved Gemini, we welcome you into the space of joy and light. We thank you for connecting your energy with ours. We embrace you at this time of great upheaval in your life. Many of you are experiencing a change within your relationships, and you are feeling the weight of sadness at this time. Allow yourselves to feel these emotions so they may pass through you and not stay within you for a prolonged period of time. Some of you may experience tremendous change in your area of work. This creates great stress for you and great anxiety. Acknowledge this fear that emerges and be assured that all is in divine order. At this time, beloved ones, you are receiving an influx of higher energies onto your planet, which is causing tremendous upheaval for those of you that are not aligned with your divine purpose and not aligned with your divine partner. Rest assured that all of these changes come about now in your lives so that you may align your work life and personal romantic life with the incoming higher frequencies. Follow the flow of the universe as Spirit guides your way at this time. Do not resist the change, for it leads to your abundance. We are with you always. Open your heart to receive. Thank you, Spirit, for that beautiful reading. So Spirit would ask for your message to come through the cards now. What is your message for Gemini, May 2016? What is your message in the cards? Okay. We start with the Ace of Wands, the center. Crossing the Ace of Wands is the Tower. Basis, we have the Four of Wands. In recent past, we have the Nine of Wands. Queen of Cups. A Sun. Oops, no. The Sun. Recent past. Here we have the Ten of Wands. The Hanged Man. Knight of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so Gemini, at the very center, we have the Ace of Swords. I don't know if you can see that. So Gemini, if you are currently in a confusing, emotional, or oppressive situation, the Ace of Swords energy will help your mind to pierce the fog and knots to give a clear understanding of the real facts. It's a very powerful card, and truth expresses the Ace in its most valuable form. And the Ace of Wands signifies emotional force, both love and hate in extreme forms. So notice the tight grip on the image. Very tight grip on the sword here. And for people who have suffered abuse of some kind, focusing on the Ace of Swords can act as a way of bringing to the surface repressed anger. And Gemini, the spirit guides are telling me that there are abused women listening now, and this reading has a special emphasis for those of you in that kind of situation. And this reading also applies for anyone in any oppressive situation, whether it be work, family, or personal relationships. So here, crossing the Ace of Swords, we have the Tower, another very powerful card. So Gemini, during this period of time, you may experience the destruction of long-established situations in your life. There may be a breakup of a relationship in anger or even violence. And when the Tower appears, it's good to remember that it can lead to freedom, and that the explosions have to clear up some situation that has built up an intolerable pressure in your life. And so this will lead to a new beginning for you. So this means that you are now breaking free from something that has been holding you back. And so at this time, Gemini, you are empowered and you are going forward. And the fact that this is crossing the center position. This is the most powerful placement for this card, and it will most certainly happen in your life. So, Gemini, do not fear the Tower. So, welcome this very necessary and empowering change in your life at this time. So, in the position of basis, we have the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is a powerful energy that cannot be repressed or contained. And in the image, we see the people are trusting in the sun to burn off any clouds of trouble as they are marching out onto the street. And they are leaving a walled city, it seems, and leaving for the open country, it seems. And their spirit and courage carry them from a defensive situation to an open one. So they're coming out. And this image can be contrasted with that of the Tower. So the two figures in the Tower, they're dressed very similar to the two figures in the Four of Wands. And see, they're both wearing red and blue here. And the Tower shows the explosion that results when people allow a repressive and miserable situation to build up to an intolerable level. And so you see that here. And in the Four of Wands, optimism and love of freedom carry the people out of their walled city before it becomes a tower-like prison. So the Four of Wands indicates that you are leaving your oppressive situation and you find freedom. And Gemini, it is for the love of yourself and your children, if you have any, that you will leave your oppressive, abusive situation, if you are in such a situation at this time. And the position of basis indicates that you may have already left, and this also indicates that you may have left an abusive situation in the past also. And you may have come from an abusive childhood too, and this pattern has followed you into the present, into your work and personal relationships, which it typically does. Why? Because, well, if that's how you grow up, then that's what you know, and that's what we repeat when that's all we know. But that can change. It certainly can, and it does. In the position of recent past, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands indicates that you have been involved in battles and you are still ready for the battle. And emotionally, this life of fighting traps wands in patterns of conflicts. In the Nine, we see the image of someone who has faced a lot of opposition from others and from life. And the Nine has become accustomed to fighting back, and he is ready for the next fight. And the bandage around his head here indicates a psychic wound. And he has closed off awareness of life beyond conflict and now only looks for the next fight, expecting the next fight, and his eyes seeing only the enemy. And Gemini, this is indeed what happens when we are involved in an abusive relationship. The drama and fighting become a way of life, and this drains the life force right out of us. And we feel spiritually dead inside. And we expect the fights, and even after we leave the abusive situation, we carry that drama with us into other parts of our lives. And so we will create arguments with our children and coworkers, our family and friends. And so we must recognize this fact that we will create the drama ourselves. And once we recognize this, we can stop ourselves from becoming abusive to our children, for example. And this really does happen. This is typically what happens, after someone leaves an abusive situation. So it is a process to reach total freedom from the cycle of violence to the point where we no longer are recreating the drama that we have lived for so long in the abusive situation. So it is a process to come to life again and begin to feel alive with love and passion again. When this eventually happens, our spirit comes to life once again because it has never died. It just went into hiding to protect itself. And so that's what happens. That's the real process. So in the position of possible outcome, we have the Queen of Cups. And so this is the most successful and balanced of the Cups cards, and by using her intelligence and action, she has removed herself from her oppressive situation of conflict and abuse, and she is creating a happier life for herself and her family, a life full of love and joy. And the water that flows over her feet, it merges with her dress in the image here. And this signifies the unity of self with emotion and imagination. And the water suggests also the unconscious spiritual forces that have been and are still working in her life to help her adjust to her new situation and find balance in her new life. And Spirit is helping her and her children to heal the emotional wounds suffered during the abuse, so they may step into their power once again and move beyond being victims. So this is a very nice card for you, Gemini. And in the near future position, we have the beautiful Sun. Look at this beautiful card. It just radiates the sun. A beautiful image. So Gemini, the sun signifies joy, happiness, and a great sense of the beauty of life. In its deepest sense, it means looking at the world in an entirely new way, seeing all of life united in joy and light. It is a card of optimism, energy, and wonder. And Gemini, in the position of near future, this card implies that you will indeed find the courage that it takes to remove yourself and your children from your oppressive and abusive situation. It is impossible to feel the energies of the sun if you remain in an abusive or oppressive situation. Whether it's domestic violence or if it's oppression in the workplace, you must leave that situation in order to be in the sunlight, for sure. So this card indicates that you are moving away from this and you will see the light once again. Gemini, it is important to realize also at this time that when you shed a lot of light into your life, this has the effect of bringing out whatever darkness lurks within you. And at this time you are called to do a deep cleansing of all the darkness within yourself and in your home environment. So whatever issues are unresolved must be brought into the light for healing, so you do not end up repeating old patterns of abuse and oppression. And so your physical environment must also radiate light. So it is a time to clean and declutter and rid yourself of the old to welcome in the new. So here in the position of self, we have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands shows us an image of a person who is burdened and oppressed by life. And this is the self. This is what you would be experiencing right now. So so this is an image of a person burdened and oppressed and feeling huge responsibility. So this could mean a few things happening for you, Gemini, at this time. So if you have made the courageous decision to leave your abusive situation at this time, and have or are leaving by yourself or with your children, this is a very stressful time for you. So it's normal to feel the burden of responsibility at this time. It's not an easy process to go through, and there are many resources to help you and your children at this time. So if it is a situation of abuse, you can look online for the nearest women's shelters, and you can call them, and they will help you during this time of transition with a place to stay and counseling and groups with other women. And you are definitely not alone. The shelters are full in every city where there are shelters available. And even in some parts of the world, many parts of the world, they believe that it's normal for women to be abused. Even the women think that it's normal to be abused. So yes, it's quite rampant all over the world. But Gemini, know that Spirit is with you in this transition, and the angels will come out of the woodwork for you when you take steps in the right direction. If, on the other hand, you have not left the abusive relationship or oppressive work situation, and you are staying there believing and hoping that things will change, then of course you are feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you will continue to feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you will continue to live in conflict and drama for as long as you continue to live in that situation. Because that's what happens. We get caught in the cycle of violence, and it is a cycle, and that for as long as you're in that situation, it doesn't end. So if you are with an oppressive boss, you will bring home this misery. You are living at work, and your family will feel it also. So it's time now to recognize that you have been trapped and controlled by the victim part of yourself that was likely also abused as a child. And so find compassion for this part of you and for all that you have been through in your life. And Gemini, your life does not have to be a struggle. You can find the courage to step into your power now and move yourself and your children beyond the struggle. And just remember that Spirit is with you and guiding you now. And this is why you're listening to this. I think Spirit, if this is your situation, Gemini, for sure, Spirit has brought you to listen to me right now. So in the number 8 position, we have the Hanged Man. This is your environment, your friends and family position. In this image of the Hanged Man, the reversal of the man's physical posture serves as a direct symbol of the reversal of attitude and experience that comes through spiritual awakening. Where everyone else is frenzied, you will know peace. You will now know freedom by understanding and embracing the victim parts of you that once held you captive in an oppressive situation. So Gemini, in this position of the environment, this card indicates that you have moved away from your abusive situation, and you are now in a period of recovery. And whenever we leave an abusive situation, we go through a period of recovery which may take years, depending on the person, of course. And at this stage, a deep spiritual awareness can only be maintained by withdrawing and allowing the healing to take place. This means that you are in a period of healing the wounds from years of abuse, so you may come to life once again. It is best to take this time to heal before engaging in any other relationship in order not to fall back into another abusive relationship or oppressive situation. So take this time to get back on your feet and get your life and your children's lives back in order. And counseling to heal unresolved issues is essential at this time. And if you allow yourself time to heal and transform your personality so you are no longer controlled by the victim part of yourself, your heart will open and you will once again find love and joy in your life again, Gemini. And in the ninth position, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, in your hopes and fears, he is responsible for action, and he is very responsible and hardworking. So Gemini, in this position, this indicates that you are possibly now on your own, working very hard to establish some balance back in your life at this time, and you seek financial stability, but at the same time seek to balance all parts of your life for you and your children. Nurture yourself by going out in nature and allow yourself to feel the higher vibration of the energies of the trees, the earth, the flowers, and the animals. Nature is very, very healing, so spend some time meditating in nature. Close your eyes and align yourself with the energies of your spirit guides, and stay in this higher vibration for a while. So try to make this a regular practice. Make it a part of your routine, and you will change your energetic vibration, and you will see the changes in your life, because your life will have to match your higher vibration. And also remember to play with your children and devote special time for them during the week. For example, game night or movie night at home, and they will flourish and grow with your loving attention also. And so in the outcome position, Gemini, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Lovely, beautiful card. So Gemini, you can breathe now. This is a beautiful outcome card. So the Queen's throne stands entirely in a field framed by roses. She holds a pentacle, her coin, in both hands, and she's intensely aware of the magic in nature and the strength that she derives from it. More than any other minor card, she represents a love for and unity with the world. And the rabbit here in the lower right-hand corner stands not only for sexual fertility, but also for the spiritual abundance of a life that has found its own rhythm in the world around it. And she carries the quality of self-awareness. She knows and she believes in herself and in the magic of her life. So Gemini, this means that you have reached a level of healing now where you have come back to life. Your heart is open and you are able to give and receive love because you have given love and compassion to yourself. You trust yourself now, and you are ready to share your love with another, knowing that this love will flourish and grow. And if it does not, you will have enough self-worth to let it go. So spend some time in nature and feel the magical energies course through your body. This magic of spirit follows you in your everyday life. Beautiful. Very beautiful outcome. And I realize, Gemini, that this is a very, very specific reading for you. So I will be doing another reading for Gemini, because I realize not everybody's in an abusive or oppressive situation. So I'll do another reading and see if it'll be more general next time. And also I will be doing another reading for Aries. I think I forgot to tell Aries, but we'll be doing another reading for them too, because for them also was very, very specific to the issue of addictions. So yeah, I'll do another one for Aries also. I wasn't expecting these very specific readings, but that's what happened. So this is what Spirit brought, and that's what I gave because I am following the guidance of Spirit at this time. So Gemini, thank you for joining me here. So until we meet again, open your heart to receive the abundance of Spirit. So thank you so much for joining me here. If you would like a personalized reading, an energy healing session, or psychotherapy session, please go to my website, diamondlightawakening.com. And thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And also remember to subscribe to be entered into the contest to win one of my services for free. That's being drawn May 30th. Thank you. Bye now.